What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Jackson Unlimited. This is Doc, aka Jax, and we're gonna talk about coop maintenance. All right, coop cleaning, feeding, whatever you have it. But basically, time to get all the old straw hay out and all the dirt and poop and all that other stuff, and get you some fresh bedding and all of that. All right, so anyway, for that day, I try to get them in a really good mood. I dig them up some fresh bait. As you can see, feed them right out of my hand. You want to get with your flock and get them used to you, especially if you find out that you got a rooster as one of your chicks, because you don't know what they're going to be. All right. So I got pallets out of my yard that I use as kind of walkway. My yard gets kind of muddy, so time to time I flip them over, dig them up some fresh bait, and they gobble them up, man. They love them. Other than that, I just use dried mealworms from the local feed store, Tractor Supply, whatever place is closer, or whichever one has the cheapest ones for the bang for the buck. All right, so I dig through it, and people ask, hey man, why you just don't let them just free range on their own? And once again, got a lot of predators. A lot of time and work goes into these chickens, and I don't want to have them out there free range, and I let 10 go, and then only 2 come back. So I don't want to take that chance. So to each of his own. So I dig them up myself, bring them to them, and feed them that way. All right. Once I get them in a good mood, then I start to mix their feed. Them said that their actual feed that I feed them on a daily. You see they're in the fence over there waiting. They love it. I give them some sheet shells, which is give them that extra calcium. Layer feed. Mostly I've been using Producer's Pride. It's been the cheapest one I can get a hold to. I was using the regular size pellets, but then I went to the mini pellets, simply because I got the chicks, so they can eat as well. All of them can eat out of the same bowl. I use the premium grain. I mean, not premium grain, but premium bedding to put down, and then I use hay. It's really for horses, but they seem to like it. They like to eat at it, and I also use it as my bedding for when they lay. And of course, like I said, I use the oyster shells for the extra calcium for those strong eggs. After that, I mix all their food. I stick their food in there so they can be eating it while I'm scooping up the dirt and poop and everything, and keeping them kind of distracted so they don't run out of the pen. Because I got dogs that protect them, but the dogs will also kill them as well. Not all of them, just the 2 that's chained out there in the backyard. But my boy Drogon won't do it. He's actually probably the best dog I've got. He'll actually go into the coop with me, walk around and everything. So, but anyway, so once I get everything out, I take the straw back in, start laying it down on the ground. And you see I got my 4 barb rocks there. They're terrified because I had to tear down the little netting that was separating them from the big hens. So, of course, they were on edge about it because the big hen started walking over. So they're still kind of, sketchy or whatnot. But you got to force the cuddle time. You got to force them to like you, and let them know that, hey, this, I'm not going nowhere. I'm here to stay. You just pick them up, pet them, let them know you're not a threat. That's that type of thing. All right. Here I got some treats out. Then I got a watermelon out. They pretty much will eat just about anything, but don't feed them just about anything. Actually look up and see what it is that they can and can't eat. Because some stuff you would think they can, they probably shouldn't. Especially certain stuff that could cause, kind of toxic stuff to them. So just kind of look it up. I've got a whole bunch of lists of stuff that they can and can't eat. I keep it on my desk. I go check. They're like, hey, can they eat this? Can they eat? My mom or my wife will ask, hey, can they eat this? Can they eat that? And I just kind of go look it up and say, yeah, no, they can eat that. Or no, they can't eat that. And we go from there. But other than that, for the most part, just feed them stuff that you got approved. Like watermelon is always good, especially in the summer times when it's hot as hell out there. That keeps them hydrated. It gives them a little snack, and they will pick that thing all the way down to the bottom, as you can see. I think I put that out there that morning, and by the end of the day, it was down all the way to the ground. Putting the stuff down, Making sure I'm covering all the areas, especially the areas where they roost at, where the poop is going to be dropping the heaviest. Some people like to get a bucket or get some kind of container to kind of catch the poop as it drops, which is not a bad idea. I'm probably going to explore that idea here soon, but I just don't have anything or trough or anything that's wide enough to catch everything, so it'd be kind of pointless for me. Here you see the barred rocks. Like I said, they're terrified of the big hens. Most of the big hens aren't really, really kind of concerned with them, other than, the OG of the group. You got OG and you got Shanae.
That's not OG.
They're the two. They're the alpha and the beta. OG is the alpha and Shanae is the beta.
Oh, yeah.
Of the flock. So OG is pretty cool. She's gonna walk up to you, make sure she exhibits her dominance. Once you submit to her, she walks away. Shanae, I'm not too sure. She walks up, and not only do you got to submit to her, but you got to take an ass whooping too for whatever reason. But she's a whole different breed. All right, so once I'm done, now we go into from coop maintenance to chicken maintenance. All right, so pretty much I'll sit down in there and they'll be walking around, not really paying me attention to anything. Then I just scoop them up one by one, just kind of check them out. See if they're missing feathers, see if they got, mites, checking their feet for bumble feet, which is, they get like the little, kind of like a little staph infection. It gets at the bottom of their feet. It's just from them standing on those tree branches, holding on to something round versus like a 2x4 that's up in the roots. So you just check them out for everything. Check the comb, check the wattles, just check for anything that's abnormal. And here, I'm trying to check her feet, see if she's got bumble feet, because it's treatable. Most of this stuff is treatable. But you can kind of tell when they have it, when they don't want to walk on the road with certain feet. Checking for mites, lice, whatnot. They can get those in the coops real easily, but mine roost in the night. But they can get them in the nesting boxes. So good stuff for lime is real good to put down and kind of keep that in, making sure that they have enough dirt and straw around for the dust baths. Dust baths are very important for them. Keeps down the boredom, and it's also keeps those mites and stuff off of them. All right. I just sit around and just kind of keep an eye on them, seeing if anyone's walking awkwardly, seeing if there's something different about one, seeing if one is getting bullied by the others, so I can kind of separate them. And happy chickens lay. Happy chickens are good chickens. So they're stressed out, they're worried, they're not gonna lay. In some worst cases, they won't eat or drink, and that's definitely not good. But like I said, they, once you feed them or whatnot, they'll get out there and start picking away, eating away, and you just kind of keep an eye on, see who's who, or then you start to learn their personalities. Which chicken likes to eat later on in the day, which chicken likes to eat during the morning, who's got wet beef going on. It gets like that. Since my last video, I picked up a couple of more chickens. As you can see, I picked up some Easter eggers. Those are my two Easter eggers right there. You got Elvis and Cookies and Cream. We're not sure what Elvis is, but he's a Easter egger or Americana, so he's got that little beard, so we just called him that anyway. Then Cookies and Cream, of course, she's got the white and black. Also, there was another one you didn't really see it. It's an all black. It's an Australope. And let me go back. The Easter eggers, they can drop either blue or green eggs. Hence the name Easter eggers. They haven't started laying yet, but supposedly they'll be dropping blue eggs. But they're young pullets, and there you see the Australope there in the back, right there in the middle. Pretty Brown keeps messing with them, but anyway, so we'll see. We'll see how it turns out, and we'll show you. We'll get your video up as soon as they start dropping those eggs. All right. But I'm pretty sure Elvis might be a rooster. He's standing pretty tall. He's standing straight up and not kind of like at a hunch motion like the hens. All right. So anyway, and then at the end of the day, right before I leave, I fill up a little ball right here and I put some mealworms in it, and they peck away at it and kick it around kind of like chicken soccer. And as they do that, mealworms come out of it, and they have a good time kicking it around and pecking at it and all of that good stuff. So, and that's pretty much it. Just go in there and change everything out. Check on your chickens, see if anything's wrong. Most of the stuff you can Google it and find out how to treat it and how to fix it, and you just take care of them. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and comment, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Leave me any questions in the comment section, and I'll see you next time. Peace.